Harder Brunch presents Back to Adult Summer Camp.
Sponsored by Upland Brewing and Culinary Crossroads.
August 23rd through the 25th.
We have comedian headliners Kelly Collette and Dwight Simmons.
We got musical acts Draco, Sirius Black, Philosophy of Music, and Tuesday Atlas.
Activities like archery, canoeing, campfire, swimming, crafts. Don't forget to get your tickets at eventbrite.com.
Harder Brunch. Nope, we're not going to say that together, but it's Harder Brunch.
I'm eating brunch with my people though. The homie Dyke just cooked up a feast and we bout to eat it, bro. Fucked around and has to mix the lobster with the poutine. Daddy is rolling blow dream, them boys got down a routine. It's Naptown culture, cooking 7 courses. Had to pass the torch and now I'm grabbing second portion. So sit back, relax, grab a drink and a smoke. It's Harder Brunch on the way and get prepared for the jokes. Whoa.
Hey! Hi, and welcome to the Harder Brunch Podcast. I'm your host, Dyke Michaels. With me, as always, my co-host, Thaddaeus Mckee.
Slappy, pappy, wank, wank.
On the ones, the twos, the wheels of steel, the sauce, boss of Indianapolis, and the last broke dragon. Give it up for Zach Roan, everybody.
Happy Steak and Scotch Day.
Woo! That's right.
Two very important and special guests with us in studio from the Harder Brunch Expanded Universe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kris King
Yes.
and Gwen Sunkel. Welcome to the program.
What's up, everybody?
How's it going? What a letdown for people, all the Gwen's fans, that
Yeah.
she would be second billing of the guy who works in HR. That's not a good lead-in.
We need a theme song for Scotch and Steak Day. Every time that happens, we need a happy birthday.
Oh, yeah.
Happy
Scotch
Scotch
Day.
Day.
Scotch Day, yeah.
Happy
Took 'em on.
Scotch Day
Yeah.
too, yeah.
Something.
If this is your first time tuning in to Harder Brunch,
Turn right out.
go listen to another episode.
Go home.
Way better.
Scotch and Steak Day 2024. This is our 5th one. This is a very special day where everything is done in-house. This is to celebrate ourselves, to give ourselves an attaboy, if you will.
Yeah.
And also, for the Brunch Nation out there, if you've been listening to the show, if you're a diehard person that's been listening for years now, you get we bring some of the old favorites back, and then we kind of do like a state of the brunch, and we talk about what we did the year that we liked, what our goals for next year are going to be, and then we just drink a lot of scotch and have a good time.
And sometimes, guys, there is some shit talking. So if you are allergic to shit talking, if you have weak skin, not thick skin, turn it off. Turn it off right now.
I love how you started out calling us old.
Is that what I say?
You said we were old friends.
Old favorites.
Old
favorites, yeah.
Not your new favorite.
Our geezer favorites.
I like that you guys are definitely recording from a baseball field, and we're absolutely in a closet. Like, I don't understand.
Bottom of the 9, bases loaded over here.
Is that what you're going for? The people that know the least about sports, like, it looks like he's chewing gum over there. What kind of gum do you think it is? Well, it's Big League Chew, John. Like, that's definitely what you're going for.
We're
I know that everybody in the podcast was surprised. Like, it does look like a baseball field. That's what you're doing. Are you serious?
They're in the night. They're all in the outfit.
We're doing commentary for Negro League Baseball.
Because we're a bunch of clowns.
That was a historical.
That's a deep cut that no one will get.
Yeah.
So I guess very first and foremost on this podcast, I do, while we still have him in studio, I want to talk about the food. We had the winner of this year's Meat Cake Invitational, the second year running Meat King, Chef Stephen Amore. Cooked a marvelous spread for us on Scotch and Steak Day. It's the one day that Zach and I don't cook, and we sit down and we actually get to be able to enjoy having a chef come in and cook for us. And Chef, if you want to just jump in my seat real quick and tell the people what you made, that would be great.
I will say every time I have an experience with Chef Steve, he surprises me and I have more respect for him each time.
Yeah.
You never cease to amaze me, my friend.
It was amazing.
Well, hey, thank you so much.
Long may he reign.
That's right.
The Meat King, long may
Meat
he
King
reign.
forever.
It was amazing.
What did you make?
Today, to celebrate Scotch and Steak Day,
First course, I did a filet tartare with some Asian flavors, a wasabi dusted wonton, and I shaped it in a tent with a little caper fireplace holding some hot chili oil.
Do we show a video
right.
like as he's talking about that? Because it's not no description does justice.
Yeah,
It
I think
looks so
Zach
good.
is capable of.
We're looking
throwing
at it.
up a
We're
video.
probably looking at it right now.
Yeah,
Like,
they
we're watching
see-
the
they
video
see-
right now.
They see it.
It was-
Why did you go with the tent? That's
So
an
good.
interesting choice.
So I wanted to make a sub theme to promote our adult summer camp coming up this August.
Adult summer camp.
Adult summer camp.
Yeah.
Steve, you're way better at podcasting than Dyke and Thad. So better at meat cakes and better at podcasting.
Well, they're like
This is
surprise
really-
us, so I was like, I'm gonna push my own event that I'm a part of. Here in August, we're trying to sell tickets for my VIP chef's table.
That's right.
You pay a little extra to get a lot extra treatment.
And I don't want to like stomp on what you're saying right now, but like you were the VIP chef last year at Harder Brunch Summer Camp, and what did you make last year?
Last year we did 3 courses out in the woods. We did teriyaki pork meatballs with sushi rice, and then we did a rack of lamb with a pesto potato salad and pickled peppers, and we did like a 5-layer cake cup with trail mix peanut brittle on there.
So just like for a little bit more, you could have the best meal.
Best
of your
meal
life,
ever,
that you just
ever.
like on your deathbed.
Of your life, yeah.
One of the best things I've ever had is this.
The
Yeah,
best,
seriously.
That's what
the
you can
best
do.
part about that is
Amazing.
that it happens like while everyone else is eating like shitty camp food dinner.
Whoa, not shitty.
Yeah,
But they have to watch you, definitely.
Yeah, double dinner with
The
Gwen
chef's
Sunkel.
table is sitting there
So great.
being like served by hand by Chef
Nothing
Steve.
better
It's
than-
incredible. And we're all
Yeah.
eating a Thanksgiving dinner and
Yeah.
like the
Looking
100
down on the
degree
peasants
heat.
having
Like,
hot dogs for the 4th night in a row.
okay.
I noticed-
Really should have upgraded.
I like
really.
it.
I
like
really
that.
feel that is a selling point, though. You get to have other
is.
people watch you jealously.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know what's
Yeah.
funny is you could do next year, not to give you business ideas, but I mean if you could let them not eat until they watch the people at the VIP table,
Like a Bill Cosby situation?
absolutely, because I think like if you can sit there and really enjoy people, like, man, I wish I had any of that, and I feel worse for not doing that. That makes me feel good about the money I've spent. I don't know why.
And
you
they
can't.
might do it in the next
And
year.
it's like, yeah, next time.
Yeah, if I'm coming back here,
Yeah.
I'm definitely
I
not
gotta
going
tell you,
to.
I sitting and coaching a plane and watching him close that curtain, I'm like, someday I'm gonna drop
is.
an extra couple $100.
I got you.
But
yeah.
what did we eat today?
Yeah, what's the-
though,
what's the
Steve? What did we eat
second?
We're off
today?
track.
Yeah,
What's the second one?
After you ate the tartare tent, we did a Wagyu canoe, Italian beef, open face sandwich
Yeah,
in
you
the
didn't
shape
even
of
know.
a canoe.
The Wagyu canoe is what I'm going to stop there.
No, you gotta finish.
Keep it simple.
Yeah.
You gotta finish.
I made the jardinera, and we used
So good.
What is
like,
jardinera?
Jardinera is like pickled. Everything in the garden is basically what it translates to. So
Really?
I've
I
got
did not know
peppers,
In
and
Italian or French?
olives, and cauliflower, celery, carrots.
Jardinera. Look that up. Was that French or?
It's
Italian.
like the condiment
Very-
that goes on like an Italian.
Yeah, it's a
beef
very
sandwich or something.
known word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why isn't there a jardinera pizza?
I'm sure you can get
yeah,
it
you
somewhere.
probably
We've had
can.
that,
Like a
yeah.
jardinera.
Yeah,
That's
it's like a
good.
lot of them.
Yeah,
Yeah, there you go. Pretty common word.
I got a giant.
Why is that your
jar.
question?
Because I've never heard that word. Like I hear
It's
like
very obvious you hadn't heard that word.
jardinera.
You know
I-
it's a real word if there's a pizza named after it. Is that it?
Well, that's how I learned most of my Italian.
They did a pizza. I'd heard of the word.
That's how I learned most of my.
All my words come on a pizza. Peanut butter, dick.
It's because
That's
you're a
where your
ninja
words come
turtle.
Yeah. So excellent job on the homemade jardinera.
Oh my
God.
Outstanding. Delicious.
Unbelievable.
Delicious.
And what was the
So
third
good.
course?
After your Wagyu canoe, we did more of like a bistro plate. We did a prime ribeye I cooked over the campfire with my signature pine cone potatoes, some scored portobellas, and a ketchup that I had turned into like a fruit leather and cut into the shape of scissors, into the shape of a flame.
Smart.
You also
smart.
had a
Beautiful
little-
presentation.
Thank you.
It was unbelievable. And then you did the dessert at the beginning, which was quite smart of you. The cookies.
Yeah, I got some Scotland imported shortbreads for you guys to eat
delicious.
as your own, like a palate cleanser between your scotches. It's
Yeah.
what they would pair with scotches in a distillery tour over there, you know.
Oh, interesting.
That's how
I
Yeah.
think-
That's a good
I
thought.
did my cookie
Yeah.
in my scotch. It was delicious.
I think that was the best way to do it, like as opposed to doing a dessert course, to have the things to go along with the tasting. I thought that was a really cool approach.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that makes sense. Like it has a lot of fat in it to cut through the taste of the Scotch.
Yeah, I didn't want to really make a steak dessert.
You did great.
Which is that's how you became the king, though. The irony is that it's based on meat desserts, right? With the meat cake.
You're right. That is ironic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hey, real quick, can you let people know where they can find you and follow you on social media?
Well, thanks, Dyke. Yeah, you can follow me.
You're ridiculously good at this.
You can follow me at Chef Amore Please on Instagram or Stephen Amore on Facebook.
Don't bleep that out. Please go follow him, guys. He's
bleep that out.
I don't know. Zach's a troll. That'd be crazy.
Why would I do it?
I don't know. You're a troll. Anyways, go follow him. He is an amazing chef.
And
you're
definitely get the upgraded ticket for summer camp. Like if you're coming to summer camp, one, get a ticket to summer camp, and two,
You get air
the
conditioned
upgraded.
cabins. You get
You will regret it when I'm
Chef's
feeding
dinner.
everyone in your face.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You have to
and
wait
you-
for your hot dogs until after.
And you are eating a Thanksgiving dinner
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
100-degree weather.
And it's not the Fry Festival at all. A lot of people have said that. It's definitely not the Fry Festival.
Fire Festival,
Fire Festival.
but not
Fry.
it still.
Not that either. I wasn't gonna.
Big round of applause for Chef Steve and everybody.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you guys. It was an honor to serve you, and thanks for letting me cook with one of my favorite proteins today. What a great holiday.
amazing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Cheers. I will say, as Dyke's coming back, we were not allowed to say Firefest
Yeah.
For a whole year.
year of planning
Leading up to
camp.
summer
It's
camp.
not even
not
sure
like
what
that
it
at
is a
all.
rule.
It's not at all like that.
It's not been specifically said that we can do it, but
No, this year we are allowed to
Oh,
because it went so well last year.
thank you so much.
Thank you.
there's
I'm gonna only say it.
there's only a small chance that it'll be a fire festival.
1 year has to be one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Statistically.
Not this year though. Other
I-
years probably.
When a woman got a concussion the first 5 minutes into camp, I was like, "Oh, this is."
This is the Fire Festival. Except the food.
She
is
was
way better.
fine.
No matter what.
She died.
I was like, somebody's gonna be sucking dick for water at some point.
Wow. Actually, honestly, that didn't happen at the Fire
No,
Festival.
but we did have a designated dick sucker for that.
If
Yeah.
it came,
I'm not
to
gonna
that.
say
Yeah,
who.
there's not enough festivals that do that, is what I've always said. And I say it a lot.
I mean, if you're not willing to do that, do you really care about it going well?
Exactly.
No,
Yeah.
exactly.
He cared.
Yeah,
You're just there. Yeah. That's what caring is.
they make it sound ugly.
What? The Fire Festival? or
Yeah,
the dick
yeah,
sucking?
the dick sucking.
Well, but when it's for water, that's pretty low.
Water's important.
It is.
Water is more important than dick sucking.
Yeah.
Oh, that's. I don't think that. In the pyramid of needs.
The amount of water he got for one dick suck, that's pretty decent.
Yeah.
Wait, he did end up doing that, didn't he?
Yeah.
I don't.
There's the theme of this entire time that I've been here has been conversations I wish I could get out of. Like there's
It's a
so
lot of
many-
after brunch energy.
so much. Like I'm like,
Oh, yeah,
I don't know
this
how to
is-
walk out of this. And sometimes I started it. Like I didn't start this at all. I don't want people to
Well,
think
no,
I did that.
you started derailing 3 side conversations while I'm standing over there like, just talk about the food so I can come back. Just talk
I
about the
did.
food.
I
I'm
did.
like waving Gwen down. Somebody remember me.
I'm just
remember me.
so
I'm the
excited
guy
to
that
be
started the podcast.
Yeah, it wasn't at all obvious when you came in and gave us the light via audio.
Yeah. We got the light.
Holy shit.
You want to stop talking so I can come back on now?
Dyke, what do you have for the program today?
I have a bunch here.
His phone? Jeez.
Are we on the program
Hey,
right now?
by the way, before
Yeah.
Dyke says anything else, let's do a cheers. Happy Scotch and Steak Day
Happy
again.
Scotch and Steak.
Happy Scotch and Steak Day.
5 years, baby. 5 years, baby.
Cheers again, Casey.
Which one are we drinking here?
You're
That's
drinking
the Glenlivet 12. Who brought that?
Upland.
No.
That was Bridget.
Bridget
Oh,
brought it.
Bridget. Yeah, they brought the one Scotch that the person
Peace
is
be
not.
upon her.
Yeah. We had some.
Add some
Lagavulin.
cranberry apple to that. See?
Don't do that.
Really
He
good.
just plays that.
Hey, I mean, you didn't put that in that Scotch right there though, right? I will.
What?
Literally the plastic jug of cranberry juice like here. Right?
You just did an ad for it. I thought you guys were sponsored
He
by
lined it
Purina.
up.
Scotch and steak day, man. Like,
Yeah.
Hey, I did my studying this year. I was like, what pairs well with peaty Scotch? And they said apple juice.
Who
No,
are
you're
they?
missing the whole point. You're not supposed to pair anything with
Yeah,
it.
who are they? Who are they?
I don't know shit about it, and I know that.
Yeah, who
That's-
are they? Who said it?
Dyke, I'm going to throw him under the
Oh,
bus.
Dyke said cranberry juice.
Dyke led you to do this. This does not seem accurate.
He said
I
he was
don't
going to
know.
make a Scotch drink that is mixed.
I don't
and
think
I don't
he
know
said
what he was
that.
going to mix with it. That's what he said to me.
I don't think he did.
And I was like, I'm not going to be the only guy not mixing drinks. So I bought my
Every time I've ever been here, you're literally the
Cranberry,
only person not mixing drinks.
apple.
That is that thought that was your stick.
no, that was your thing, and you left me high and dry.
I'm the guy that doesn't make drinks.
No, when we used to do Harder Brunch
Yes.
back in the day,
Now we're
you
at
would
it.
always make drinks.
Yeah.
And it was awesome.
Yeah.
And you bring pairing drinks
I
and
was
stuff
the
like
bartender,
that.
yeah.
And then
Great.
Zach and Dyke had the gall to look at
Yeah.
me like, hey, Thad, you should probably do that. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, I'm entertaining guests. the
Yeah,
whole
he's
time.
like, you
I
can't
do
make
both.
drinks and talk to people at the
Oh,
same
yeah,
time.
you know,
is what
to
he
be
said.
fair, though, I would make
bartenders are
amazing-
never able to do that.
I'd make amazing drinks, and then as everybody who knows me knows that I was not cordial with people at all.
you would hide in the kitchen.
I
away from the
would. I would
guests.
sit there and not talk. Like
There
I'm
was
just
a
gonna hang
whole
out.
year of the podcast where the first hour the guests just waited in the living room by themselves.
Yeah, I didn't want to talk to them. I wasn't there for them.
I think that's actually when Thad started the hospitality because he would just wander out
he
of
was
his
working
room.
the crowd.
Yeah.
And he would know that there
Yeah,
was a free
that's right.
breakfast waiting
Yeah.
for him.
What are we
Yeah.
doing here?
And
I would
he
do
would
the
start
exact
chatting up the
opposite.
guests. And meanwhile, you were hiding away.
No. The only to be honest though, let's make it real. I wanted to go talk to them, but every time I would talk to them, you would say you're losing. Like this should be recorded. You're having a bunch of conversations that aren't recorded. And I'm like, well, I don't want to waste my conversation. I only have so much, so I would have to sit in the kitchen and look at you cooking in your bare feet.
Dyke was a lot more controlling over the conversations that happened. in the
Yeah, he
living
did
room
not like us wasting
back
good
in the
content.
day. I remember when Sternberg came on the first time, and
Oh, yeah.
we were not allowed to talk about
no, we
anything.
No questions.
Well,
no
Dyke
questions.
told me I wasn't allowed to make fun of his food.
Yeah, we
he
weren't allowed
said
to
he
talk
said don't
about
make
it.
fun of Alan Sternberg's food.
We
I'm
couldn't
like,
look at him in the
Well,
eyes.
that ended up being really funny because he turned out to be an actual listener of the show.
Yeah.
And he was like halfway
Love
through,
Alan
and he's
Sternberg.
like, "When's Chris gonna make fun of my
Yeah.
food?"
Yeah,
But, like, you-
and I got nothing. I had nothing.
Yeah, you heavily prepped everybody to do the exact opposite
Yeah.
of what he wanted.
Yeah. I have. You know what's funny is I was making a calendar note or something, and I was looking at like old calendars. I have all the old lists of food that I used to do.
Oh,
I have them
yeah.
all written down.
Hot
Like,
dog
all of
water.
them. Hot dog water.
Is poutine in there?
Can you send that
single
over?
one.
Can you send that
I
over?
felt like I was like I should use this, but I found it literally this morning. But insides of a pumpkin with lettuce, the fried cheese curd game, return of popcorn soup,
Man, popcorn soup never goes well.
and I also the last one in 2020 was Dyke's famous old bananas. I don't know what that means.
Dyke's famous old bananas.
And then after a while, I just started calling them "What did we eat?" the date. But I have the recorded first meat cake challenge. I called it meat contest. Yeah.
That sounds like the Russian version.
Yeah.
In Soviet Russia, we have meat contests.
Meat contest is very
Meat
good.
contest.
Dude,
Yeah.
when I was in Australia, they have all these signs outside of bars that say meat raffle, and apparently this is like an actual thing. Like it's like playing bingo at a bar there. Like there's a meat raffle, and it's a like very publicized, popular thing that
You
happens.
win meat.
Yeah, you win. Yeah.
Is it like meat that you eat there, like street food, or
No.
like
You win like steak to take home.
Whoa.
My
Is
family has done
expensive?
this.
Is meat expensive?
Yeah, meat is super expensive there.
Oh.
So yeah, it's a
Raffle
good
off some meat.
prize. Yeah.
You know what they do? You can buy a kangaroo anywhere there.
True, but
Yeah.
it's not just kangaroo. They've got.
Oh,
other
it's like
meats
they,
there.
but like I was gonna say, like kangaroo meat's probably the cheap one. It's like we got that good old cow meat.
Right,
Yeah.
right. That's harder to come by in
Yes,
Australia.
yeah.
You know what always bothered me was the way they represent kangaroos in like cartoons and stuff, where they have this like fun pull-up pouch. No, it's just a sloppy orifice on the front of it. It's just a thing where
It's
like,
like it's as if they did a cartoon where they treated the woman's vagina like a pocket.
yeah.
Like just like dry, like pulling a purse out and it's totally dry. That's not how it goes. That's what I'm talking about.
I've never looked at Kangaroo.
He took women's
Pocket.
studies.
He took that course in that syllabus they wrote called "The Woman's Kangaroo Pocket."
Guys, I'm gonna stop you right there. Woman studies is not something to laugh about.
Yeah.
It's a very serious thing. They're real.
Well, let's get into some of our Scotch and Steak Day activities.
Yeah.
The very first one is something that's become it's become a thing that we do every year, where it's the annual renaming of Sauce Boss Zach.
Oh,
So,
but he's been Sauce Boss for so long.
well, we're not renaming
No,
the Sauce
they don't.
Boss, but he's
not all my
He's
name.
adding
It
a
was
title.
Sauce
It's
Boss.
changes.
He was originally, if you remember, he was the last white dragon because he
That
refused
is right.
every year to refute white supremacy.
That's true. That was before.
Or acknowledge Black Power.
Still refuse.
Okay.
And then he had a business at the time, and he was like, "Could you please stop saying that I'm a white supremacist because I do have an active business."
One of the sauces was called
White
Long
Power?
Live
White Pride, yeah.
Like, it wasn't like just white power. It's like keep it forever. Like long live. Like I
Yeah,
want this
long
forever.
live. Yep.
Was that like a white
The
mustard
future,
or?
yeah.
It was a white barbecue.
Okay, it was a white
They
barbecue.
called
Yeah.
it Colonel Mustard.
It was actually really good.
It was
It's actually
very good.
amazing.
Colonel mustard. That's funny.
It was ranch
Mustards
dressing.
are
It was really stressy.
Well, we spent a year working on him, and then he became the last woke dragon.
Yeah.
Yep, that's right.
And then
I had a
last,
hard turn.
last year it was the last broke dragon.
Oh, because he didn't have a job.
Yeah, we were just making fun of him. And I think this year, Zach, for the next 365, will be the last troll dragon. The last troll
Last
dragon.
troll dragon. LTD.
Magical troll.
What do you think about that one?
I think it's not the worst one I could get, so I'm okay. I give it a C+.
What would you say?
I
Is
give
he,
it a
like
C+,
his,
too.
his like? Can I see your keys? Oh, sure. Do you need my car?
I think we need to call him the what about the last Biden dragon?
I like that better. That seems like a good one to stand on. I'd like to, for the next year, to be the last Biden dragon. I'd really enjoy that.
What if he was the last bespoke dragon?
Ooh, the last bespoke dragon. I like that.
That's actually
Yeah.
way better than the thing I said.
All right, let's do what Gwen said.
All right. Well, last year my thing got overturned too, so it's
Oh, what
kind
was
of-
it last
What
year?
was last year?
Nobody liked it. There's no
was
reason
it?
to bring it up.
Yeah, but what was it? I don't remember. You do.
Oh, he remembers. It was real bad.
The last, and I was almost landed on the last smoke dragon because of the
meat
drugs.
cake.
Yeah. But bespoke, the bespoke dragon made.
Because he makes so many like one-off things for the show. Yep.
It's good.
I like that.
Yeah.
Gwen, this
All
is
in
why you're
favor
here.
of bespoke dragon for the next year?
Wait. What was the first option?
Troll dragon.
Troll dragon.
Which is-
Well, the only thing I was gonna ask is like, have you done any significant trolling this year at all?
I got a couple long cons in the works, but nothing that's really surfaced.
I mean,
so
he's-
probably not the best year.
No.
If
Pretty
Zach's breathing, he's trolling.
Yeah.
That is true.
I think we can hang on to like in a back
If
pocket.
I'm not trolling, then I'm Bidening. That's for sure. Yeah.
What happens if Biden's replaced? Because that's what they're talking about, right? I mean,
Kamala Dragon.
Kamala.
Ooh,
Actually,
that goes
a
better
Kamala
together.
Dragon?
Kamala Dragon.
Kamala Dragon's
That sounds like a good food.
Pretty good. That was actually the first option for my son. Like that was the first
Kamala Dragon. Yeah.
My thing is like, let's not pick a name that has any staying power. Let's pick a name that's not going to be funny next week.
very much.
Like you can be the
24
hot
hours
Tua
later.
dragon. You know?
Oh,
Oh, I'm so tired of seeing that girl's face.
I love her. It's just a good time. She's just having a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just what's funny is when you listen back to this a year from now, you're gonna be like, "What the fuck was the
am I
hot
talking
Tua
about?
dragon?
I
What
know.
was he
That's
talking
good about.
about?"
That's great.
I was gonna remember.
I saw somebody has a tattoo. Like they got her tattooed on them.
Already?
Yeah,
That's great.
A hawk
already.
tattoo.
Her. I like the
Hot
hot two girl. I
But,
think it's a fun, it's a good time.
but that
She's having a good time.
those are losers. Those are the people that no, seriously. You got a hot
No, I
Tua tattoo. Like you had the best time. You're sitting around the campfire and like you're like, man, we just laughed so hard. I'm gonna get a tattoo of that.
I'll tell you what though, if you have a tattoo of something that's very specifically in the time, think about that. What if you got what's a super 90s thing? Pick a 90s.
The Budweiser frogs.
Oh, the Budweiser frog.
Or jaw rule.
Think about like for like a good 7 years, it'd be shit.
Probably.
What's
But
that?
then now, if
There's
you
a
should,
lot
if
of
you pull
people
up
that
a
probably have the
tattoo,
Budweiser frogs.
that'd be
tattooed.
pretty badass. Like it
What's up?
ages with. And think about that when you're like 20 more years, you have the What's Up tattoo.
But
that ages well.
But those were held by more people, or for longer.
I think Hawk 2 Girl's the
Hawk
exact
2 is
same.
not going to be
Most
as
of-
long lasted.
Yeah.
No, but that almost makes it better.
You want to make a bet?
Most of the people with Budweiser frog tattoos died in a skydiving accident.
Or they're still in jail from January 6th.
A lot of that's true. That's very true.
Oh yeah, because they didn't
They
do
had them
What's
covered
Up.
up with Pepe.
They didn't do What's Up. They did
Yeah.
Bud. Why? Zer.
They're on
But I think it's
the run from the law.
But if you get the Hawk 2 Girl, I don't know, like it's a shitty tattoo. Like now it's like, oh, that's crazy. For like 15 years, well, that's fucked up. But then it's like a niche thing. I mean, kids, like 15-year-old kids are wearing M&M shirts. Ironically, like or like the same way that we like kids in high school when we went to high school,
Led Zeppelin or Beatles or something.
Like they sell it at sell M&M shirts at Target.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
but
having that on having the Hawk 2 Girl on your arm, it's like, oh man, what is that? Like, oh, it's this really cool obscure thing from like the mid 2000s. Like that's
Like if I went out and got a Avoid the Noid tattoo right
yeah,
now.
that's fucking awesome.
I
I
would
don't know what that
live.
means.
Exactly, but think of it. That's
Can we all get
exactly
matching
fucking right.
Avoid the Noise?
But that's what I'm saying. Like that's like fucking manga to you. Like look at my Void the Noid tattoo. Like that's some shit I have to uncover, and then you have
Chris
to go.
Kattan,
Yeah, but-
Perhaps.
No,
Mango.
no, that's fucking not
Perhaps
not mango.
you know what-
Your horse's ass. God damn it, Chris Kattan. Actually, mango's exactly the example I was talking about. If you have a mango tattoo in your ass, that's like the Void the Noid. But you derail it because you're a fucking idiot. But
Just like old times. Just like old times.
I can't wait to be the only person who listens to this.
Tinker Coffee.
oh, we're
what,
in
can
commercial break already.
what can I say about Tinker Coffee? It is the best coffee I've ever had in my life.
Can we just
Outstanding.
And
introduce it to conversations like that?
You know what you can do is add a little Irish up that Tinker Coffee.
we did.
We did. That's what I
yeah.
happened right here. Yeah.
We Irished up the Tinker Coffee a little bit with
That's
some
nice.
scotch today.
That's
You don't
nice.
have to do that, but you can, and it's going to be delicious. Tinker Coffee, they're opening up places everywhere. I don't know. Like, you can't throw a
Yeah.
rock without hitting
I had
a new
something- I had
Tinker
an-
Coffee location.
I had an Americano at the airport, actually. And if you do an Americano, a large one, it's
Yeah.
huge. You know what they don't do? They don't just add water. They add more espresso.
Oh,
I got
nice.
fucking hyped.
You're
I
wide
felt-
awake on that
I
flight.
felt fucking
Yeah.
great. I felt great. That's a good Americano. They know
Yeah.
what they're doing. I don't
I
know if
got
I'm
a
supposed to be
question.
in commercial mode. I just jumped on
No.
the table.
I like that they're.
I like
in
the real stories.
I like that they're in the airport so people can get it. Like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, this is what real coffee is. You know,
It's
if you're
great.
in India.
Yeah.
Well, the
It's
best part about
coffee.
going to the airport is you walk in the airport, and all those people, the line is out the door for Starbucks, and then no one's at Tinker, and that is hands down the better coffee. There's no-
And they have a bar so you can get boozed
yeah,
up
yeah, they have a bar.
7 in the morning if you want to.
Those are people that don't travel enough. You're like fucking.
Can we develop a protest day where we have signs that say "Drink more Tinker" and like we get all of our fans to like stand outside Tinker
Drinker
and then
in the
make like a
Tinker.
whole.
Drinker and the Tinker.
Well, you need to do the
Ooh.
protesting where there's the people. So you got to go to Starbucks.
Oh,
And
Yeah.
be like, don't drink this coffee. Drink
Yeah.
Tinker.
kind of be like bullies.
I feel like Starbucks
Yeah.
is on the down too. Like they're not.
Well, they're not.
A lot of people are.
I mean, not in sales. Like they
Yeah,
they have the
no,
line out
they're-
the
Actually,
door,
globally,
The
they're
revenue-
doing
the
just
but
revenue-
they're
fine.
doing very well.
No. The
But
revenue is actually significantly.
people
down.
like to say they don't like it.
Or,
Not a lot of people are going to
Chris,
Starbucks.
you know, we also don't always have to compare like two things. Like, be like, what's better than Tinker Coffee? Serious Black.
Sirius Black is.
I
better
do
than
like
Tinker
that we
Coffee.
ended up.
You know what's funny is like I don't know that was ever brought up ever what you said, but I'm going to tell you right now that Mike. I know you try to interrupt a conversation with a commercial. My commercial is for Sirius Black. He's fucking awesome. And if you don't like Sirius Black, then you fucking probably just got herpes. It's so good.
And he's going to be at summer camp.
Oh,
He
he's
is
at
gonna be at summer camp.
Everything I lead into is a goddamn commercial. But seriously.
well, yeah,
Sirius
we're
Black.
just now a commercial
The
podcast.
Giving Tree.
Yeah.
That have you ever listened to the Giving Tree? That album?
Yeah,
Have you listened to that?
yeah, I have.
It changed my life.
Because you
It's
told
great.
me to.
It's so good.
And
Yeah,
you know what?
so good.
I finally met John Stamps. Another.
Oh, I
commercial
love John Stamps.
I had
That's
no
a great,
clue.
That's
I had
actually
no
a
clue.
great episode.
I had no clue that he was a character.
There's a really good chance that John Stamps is the coolest person that we all know. Based on the episode you guys did and the video of that, like where he's at, he's just the coolest. guy.
Oh yeah, I was like, I want to be John Stamps in my next life.
Super nice. Very
We,
good.
we made him wear a bath towel the
Yeah.
bathrobe the whole time.
I
That was a
assume
really funny bit.
And he just rolled with it.
I didn't know you made him do that. I was assuming
He wants to perform for summer camp.
I assume that John Stamps always just got.
Oh,
having
does he?
sex,
Yeah.
is what I heard.
He was like, why didn't I hear about this? And like, I literally emailed you about this.
Doesn't he live in Mexico or? But
Tennessee is same thing.
Tennessee
Is
is
he
New
Knoxville?
Mexico of the
Tennessee
Midwest.
is the Mexico of Midwest.
Is he Knoxville?
Right
Nashville.
across the border.
Yeah.
You know, across the Dixon line, and then we're like, we don't want them immigrants from the Dixon line.
It's a big problem.
Yeah.
They smell. They have sex with their cousins.
We tried to build a wall. Didn't work.
That's a.
Let's
that's
take a
a-
quick Tinker coffee break, and we'll be right back with more.
Okay.
Boom, boom.
Well, you were trying to break the.
State of the brunch. I was trying, man. I'm
We're
trying.
in the break right now.
This week on the After Brunch Podcast.
I feel like I could have done some stuff that would have impacted larger people, but I always like the fact that, like, I think that comedy specifically. Like, I feel like I could have done comedy on a larger scale. Like, I could have like done stand up or whatever, and not been successful. But I could have tried.
I think you
like.
would have done well.
Well, see, the problem with stand up with you is that they give you a light and you have to stop talking.
I would never stop. I would never stop. I would never stop. But what I'm saying.
Join us at patreon.com/Harder Brunch.
Welcome back. Man, I just had a Tinker coffee. It was so good. But then what I like to do is I like to start off with the Tinker coffee, finish with Upland beer.
Oh,
Upland beer.
Upland
baby.
beer. Drink this Hoosier game day lager has become one of my like go-tos.
that one's
Oh yeah, you're
great.
liking it too.
Yeah, it's just really light and
Good day drinking beer.
it is a good day drinking beer. And you know my favorite things about Upland Brewery is they're sponsoring Summer Camp 2024.
Are you serious?
Hey, yeah.
So if you come and get your
Amazing.
all-inclusive ticket, you can drink Upland beer all weekend long. It's just going to be flowing.
Yeah.
It's going to be flowing like wine. And also the wine will be flowing.
Oh.
and like the wine will be flowing like water.
And the water will be flowing
you have
like...
wine and Upland beer?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
All weekend long. It's going to be great.
Wait, real quickly
Yes.
before we do the state of the brunch,
Go ahead.
I want to do a formal invite. Can you make? I know you have kids. I know you
you
have
talking
babies.
directly to me?
I'm talking directly to you.
I didn't know
Hold on. We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Are you talking to me? He's
So
starting
part
the
of it. No,
conversation.
you're fine.
Okay.
What?
You're fine. A formal invite has been offered to Kris King
Oh. Well,
to
that's
come
very
to
nice.
summer camp.
Did you
correct?
just cut off his invite? You can do it, Thad.
I feel like-
Can
I
you
feel
do
like
it? Can
I'm
you
watching,
say it?
I feel like I'm in the movie.
He didn't
Stay
get a
Tuned.
fad.
Yeah, I know. I
invite.
agree. Can you do it, please, Thad?
Do what?
I would like you to come at least one day.
I didn't like it. Never mind. It didn't sound
All right,
sincere.
maybe Dyke was right. Go ahead.
The troll
Are we
dragon
recording?
strikes
Are we
again.
recording this part right now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
this
like a
is
tester.
recorded.
This is recorded.
This
Yeah.
is the show. This is it.
This is the show.
This is it.
You're
Yeah.
on the show.
You
right
don't do
now.
like a tester and like, okay, that wasn't real, and now we'll do the real thing. And
Nope.
obviously
We would be here all night if we had the
Well, we
testers.
usually don't interrupt invites. That's not a thing that we do. But what's the state of the union? Let's get to that.
I
I thought we
will.
weren't on that yet.
It's time now for the Harder Brunch State of the Brunch.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The first, Jesus Christ.
Hidden track.
The last half hour is just us going to be seeing this podcast. I hope everyone's cool with that.
Wow.
So State of the Brunch. Every year I'm very excited. Every year I'm just 25% more excited than I was the previous year. We like to do is we like to break down kind of the good stuff from this previous year, stuff that we talked about, our plans last year that we are going to do, and then we'll set our goals and fun stuff. And it's kind of, I feel like it's like when Apple used to do the big. Remember when Apple used to like invent stuff and make cool new things?
Yeah.
Like when Steve Jobs was still around. You know,
Yeah.
He
It's all like
died.
that.
it's kind of like that.
What were your objectives for 23?
So.
Well, you can listen to last year's episode.
I'll tell you. I could also tell you right now. So one of the last year's objectives was we were going to try to do an adult summer camp for the first time ever.
Yeah. But
And
did it.
We
Done.
did it, and
In
it
the
was
books.
it was more of a success than I could have dreamed of. I feel
yeah.
like everything was
That's true.
super
Amazing.
fun. We didn't lose a bunch of money, which was great.
Yeah.
Nobody was murdered or
Not
killed.
not
Everybody.
the Fire Fest at all.
Come with your spouse, leave with your spouse. That's the Harder Brunch promise.
Amen to that. Yeah.
That should be like an upcharge. It's like a cabin upcharge.
You also get to leave.
Wife guard.
Wife guard on duty.
What else? I felt like your comedy headliners last year were really good.
Are you not headlining this year?
They were hard to get. They were hard to
They
get.
were.
Are you headlining this year?
No.
No, she's
What?
not.
I headlined last
It
year.
was it's not a demotion, Chris. It's just rotating.
Because it's not how comedy works.
It
I
feels
I don't know
like
how
it.
comedy
It
works.
Yeah, you
feels
don't
like
want
it's
to. You don't want to
she
Gwen
said.
out the audience.
You don't want to over Gwen. I will say this. Well, okay, let's just throw this out there.
Here it is. Here it
Gwen
is.
Sunkel will be performing at Adult Summer Camp this year.
Oh,
That's
exclusive.
right. Yeah.
Wow.
And
So-
she will also be the on-call nurse for the
I
entire
was
weekend.
going to say you had an incredible nursing staff as well.
I heard a lot of hernias last year. Is that not real?
Well, she gave a lot of checks. We didn't ask her to.
Yeah.
She said it was mandatory.
Yeah.
That's what Gwen said. Like, I cured so many hernias. Like, I didn't know that what started.
It was all prostates and hernias.
Yeah.
with her.
It's like, man, that is a great nurse.
For free.
Breast cancer is running rampant at this camp.
Just
Hernias
feeling
and breast
everybody
cancer.
up for free.
Kept pushing them back.
In all seriousness, man, I couldn't have asked for a better experience last year. Looking so much forward to it this year, and we'll get to that in a second. But last year, it was so much fun, and I think some of the best things about camp were that we got to meet new people, we got to hang out with our friends. Everybody that came just came in best spirits and ready to have a good time. Like everyone that came got it. You know, they were like, we're all here to have a good time. We're all here to be adult children and have fun and, you know, do like, and then things that I didn't even think about, like archery was a big hit. Like everybody was so excited about the archery. And then like also just like some of the stuff that our staff brought to the table that wasn't necessarily planned by us. Like somebody led a water aerobics and that turned into like a huge hit.
Shout out that one
people
person.
still talking about it, Genevieve. And then what else we have last year? Meat cakes was we went into meat cakes last year and I talked about it becoming a lot of it due to Thad, but I talked about it becoming an art fair, and I feel like we really stuck the landing with that this year. Like meat cakes was bigger than ever. We did it at Half Liter, which was an amazing venue for it, and like half of it was the meat cakes, but the other half of it you could just walk around, and we had all these local artists and they were displaying and selling their artwork. So it really has grown into the thing that I wanted it to grow into. You know, it has that carnival aspect,
Like a full-out festival. Yeah.
but yeah, it's a full out festival. It gets bigger every year. We've added to it every year. And last year I was just like, I want it to be this art fair. And it really was. I feel like we stuck the landing, and it was a big feather in the cap. I feel like our two big events that we do are summer camp and meat cakes, and both of them were phenomenal.
Can I say something about that?
Yeah,
though?
please do.
After doing summer camp and then going directly into meat cakes seemed like a lot more of a simp. Not that we like let down our guard, but it was a lot easier to do some of these bigger festivals. Like
It had a lot more simp energy, is what you're saying.
Simp energy is what you said.
I was saying it was a lot more
Simper.
simple.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure planning a 4-hour art fair is
Compared to a
less-
weekend
compared to a
long
weekend long thing
Yeah.
in a different
Festival.
city.
Yeah, logistically,
Yeah.
mathematically,
Math.
all of
Makes
it makes
sense.
sense. Yeah,
I'm just
That
pointing
is
out
a
math.
great point.
You guys got a great write up in the Indy Star for meat cakes. They mentioned the meat ballet.
Oh yeah, that was
very good.
that was a dream that I had for a long time.
Best description I've ever seen a journalist make of a
Where
performance.
they were dancing
and enthusiastic if poorly performed.
That was
Yeah.
one of my favorites. Yeah.
That was great.
Our live shows, we had done one live show at this time last year at Middle Ground, and now we've done a bunch, and we've really kind of come into our own and figured out how that goes and what that looks like, the live show with an audience compared to this right here. And they've been really fun. I've had some real ones that have been favorites, and very excited about it. I think that's definitely something that we can grow this year. What do you think, Zach? What do you think about the live show?
I really enjoy them. I mean, like Merry Chuckle Fest was a really good time. I thought Peep Show was a lot of fun, and I feel like that's kind of a container that you can change a couple things. You change the theme on, and it makes it a very different show. I think we should definitely do more of those. I liked the idea of doing more intimate dinners this year. Mm-hmm. Kris King had mentioned during our dinner that we should be doing more 12-person ticketed dinners, and I think that's true.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we should do that. And I also, I have some ideas. We'll get to it when we talk about what we're doing for this year. But yeah, I 100% agree. And then the other thing for this year that I thought was really good was I hired my longtime friend and co-conspirator Eli Grimes to help us with some of our social media clips and some of the stuff like that. And he's just done a fantastic job. He puts out content for us every week, and
they look so good.
Yeah.
That thing he did with the chicken restaurants, when Ray Hensley was on a couple weeks ago, was so funny.
I meant to cue that up because that
so
is
good.
the perfect. So we had a thing where somebody was trying to think of this chicken restaurant and he couldn't think of it, and so we just started yelling out.
Oh, the chicken tender
We started yelling out we gave him 40 options of
Bojangles,
and then we ran out of real restaurants, and we just started making up restaurants. And so Eli he put it all together, but he made logos for the fake restaurants that we made up. One was chicken bukkake.
Oh my god!
Buku's chicken.
Jesus Christ.
So good.
Is that coming up? Am I sitting next to a chicken bukkake picture right now? Is that what?
Yeah, we could throw that up there.
I like how you try to stay
damn it.
present in the
damn it.
future. You're this isn't happening.
Look right now, right now.
This is all stuff. This is all work.
I'm sitting next to a bukkake picture. I'm looking at it right now, aren't I? God damn it! Again! That's after God damn it!
This is all work you're making, Zach.
And him.
But yeah, so those are. And is there anything I'm leaving off the table? You guys know? Is there anything from this year that I haven't mentioned that
I
we're super
retired
proud of?
fishnets.
You retired
Quietly.
fishnets
What does that mean?
quietly. Is there
What does that mean?
what is on the summer docket for this year?
Yeah.
Last year was
Fashion statement?
It was fishnets last year. Fishnet summer.
You're wearing fishnets?
Um,
Oh,
All
it's like a
summer he
shirt.
did. Yeah, all summer.
well, this camp for one day, I promised to be shirtless.
Okay.
I mean, you did that last year as soon as you got there.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
I'm on the spot.
What does that do?
Wait, that's the thing
Yeah,
for the summer. You're
what
gonna be
does that have to do with
shirtless one
fish-
day.
Shirtless summer, baby.
What does that have to
Hey.
do with fishnets, though?
Yeah.
You're shirtless,
Well,
you're
I tried to do a fashion statement. Me and Gwen tried hard. We are in the trenches trying to get people to wear fishnets. Some people did.
Fishnet.
Dustin Burkert did it.
Any fishnet at all?
Any
Just-
fishnet shirt, fishnet
I
glove.
would
Yeah,
imagine
any
you- I've seen
participation
you're
would have been
mostly fishnet
appreciated.
top,
And I'm not
right?
gonna lie, I probably bought over $100 worth of fishnet material.
That's 2 shirts.
How many? Yeah, how many fishnets is that?
It's not that many.
Well,
That's
I
not
mean
a
that
lot.
doesn't include the gloves
Yeah,
and
it's
other
like one
laces.
outfit. You just
It doesn't
described.
matter. Long story short, not that many people participated, and
You
it
did.
hurt my
You
feelings.
did. So you were fishnets.
I don't
for a
think you
while.
pushed it very hard. I
You were
don't.
fishnets. What you're saying is you were fishnets for a
I
while.
was barely conscious of the fishnet thing. I think, yeah.
I don't like what you're doing. You're trolling right now.
Why would you have to wear a fishnet? You could just go shirtless. Why would you need to
Because fishnets are sexy.
Yeah, fishnets are sexy.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Glenn.
You're right.
Yeah.
Glenn.
It's
No,
the
she's right.
idea of a shirt.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh.
it's not a shirt,
It's
but
the
it's
whisper
the
of a shirt.
Yeah.
And a lot of people
idea.
are
Whisper of a shirt.
And a lot of people are
yes.
like, Thad, like, what, do fishnets. Where's
Oh
your
my
fishnet?
God,
Like,
And
like
what I
whispering
did,
like shirt and like, but his nipples right there.
Yeah.
Chris,
Yeah.
let me
Go.
just be
Sorry.
honest. I
Yes,
did
sorry.
get grabbed and groped when
Yeah.
I wore fishnets. So I
because
had to
the meat
put
you were
that to the
asking-
side.
You were asking.
The thing
for it.
is, like, if you
No, that's
if you
not how
have
it
a,
works.
like a salami cut up in a cheese plate, you're not gonna pay attention to it. But when it's in that fucking,
Yeah,
the,
Oh,
The
you
mesh
made
net,
yourself
yeah.
into a human charcuterie board. Is what
yeah,
I'm
you
saying.
are charcuterie.
Yeah.
Which was
Uh,
my
When it's this way
goal.
with like
You-
the
you
meat
were plated
sticking
to
out
serve.
of the thing, it's like you want to
Yeah.
grab that meat. I get it.
A couple of things that I think you left off the highlights of this last year is y'all were judges for Zubilation. That's pretty
No,
cool.
we did leave that off.
Yeah.
That was great. That was
And-
so
That was
much
a great
fun.
time.
And y'all did a little food pop up for over at Irvington Vinyl and Books
Yeah.
for Mercury Stardust's book signing, which was
Yeah.
very cool.
Oh, that was fun.
That was also a lot of
Yeah.
fun.
You guys also cooked with Gomez for 160 people.
Yeah,
Indie-
for
the
the
Indie
monthly dinner.
Yeah.
So they've been out there.
We
y'all.
were on
They've been
TV
out there.
twice.
Yeah.
You were on
Been
TV
on TV.
twice.
Yeah, I've seen
Yeah.
that. That's amazing. Amazing.
You got invited to some of those swanky dinners at Bluebeard.
Ooh.
I think.
We went to a
That's a
swingers
phenomenal
party.
year.
We went to a swingers party.
Went
We
to a
went
swingers
to
party?
Lou Malnati's.
Did you swing?
Yeah.
Wait. We can't. Don't fucking skip over swing bars.
I was
And
not
Little
there.
Naughty's like, no. I don't even think that fucking swinging and fucking deep dish pizza are the same fucking
Well,
tray.
something was deep in both of them.
Oh, yeah, and we were swinging like, no, you fucking asshole. What
No,
is
there
the
was no
swinging?
swingers party, but we did get invited as influencers to Luma. I'm wearing the shirt.
Now you're wearing the shirt.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a good shirt. That's a great
Yeah.
shirt.
It is a comfortable
Luma
shirt.
Nights in Indy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That,
No,
I'll
we
tell you
didn't
what,
get invited
being
out of
from
state.
Chicago.
That's pretty
Luma
good.
Nights is my favorite Chicago pizza.
What?
Pretty
Really?
good,
Because
yeah.
of the Chicago.
Okay.
The sausage. They do the sausage ring.
Oh, the giant patty.
Yeah. No one else like all the other like Unos. They don't do that.
They do the crumbled. Yeah.
But the Chicago. If you do the sausage, they put a ring in the actual angle of the crust. It's amazing.
It was good. It was good.
Fantastic, yeah.
Like a stuffed crust, but stuffed with sausage.
No, but in the angle of the, I don't know if you can see it, and people aren't going to get
An
this
L?
if they're watching the video, but in the L, it's like in the crevice of the L, they do a sausage ring.
That's the best part of the L.
It's that is the meaty part
The
of the L.
inner corner of it.
I have
Taken
Yeah.
L's.
I've had no less than 8 wet dreams about the meaty part of the L. Dyke knows what I'm talking about. Go ahead.
Yeah.
That got gross.
All right, now it's time for my favorite thing is we're talking about what's going to happen in the future of Harder Brunch this year.
Yeah.
Our goals, our fun stuff.
Look into the future.
Number one, obviously, our next big thing is adult summer camp. And
Yeah.
I apologize. I did kind of step on your invite because I didn't want to ruin the surprise
Oh,
that Kris King is coming to adult summer camp this year.
where?
I don't think that I am.
Wait,
He's talking
time
to
out.
me.
You, Kris King.
No, I know. I didn't know if you were looking at me. I
Yeah.
feel like I'm on a TV show that like the show keeps looking at me.
We
We are the show, yeah.
Well,
The camera constantly on you.
I felt like last year I invited you and you're like, we're having this baby. And I was
Oh,
like,
we did
all
have a
right.
baby. Yeah,
Well,
that's
it's
right,
like,
that's right. What I-
sounds like an excuse.
Yeah.
So I was just
But
like,
things are different now, so.
yeah. now you don't have any
Those
kids.
kids, it was funny. I had them and they just went away. They're already adults, so I knew whoever I wanted.
So
That's nice.
I decided to cut out the middleman and I just texted your wife directly.
That's the best way to go.
And I said, hey, we would really love if you and Kris got some babysitters and came to adult summer camp this
Yeah.
year. And she was like, let me look into it.
Yeah.
And then she gave the thumbs
she
up.
said we could do it.
She
Okay,
said you
well,
can do it. You're in.
She runs the
Okay,
show.
that was worth interrupting my kind invite.
Absolutely. That
Because
a
I
great
was
invite.
like, we got to have a meeting
I
after
did
this.
like.
I
did
liked how
that.
upset you were about it.
I
I could tell you were upset about it too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I like the fact
Yeah.
that
Just
this
interrupting.
amazing invitation, which summer camp is amazing, and I know the tickets are going super fast. It's amazing.
Absolutely, they
But-
are flying.
Flying. But then the fact, like, hey, I've welcomed you to go find a babysitter for a day this summer. Like, well, that's not a job at all.
Yeah.
You've only given me a gift. Nothing has been taken from me.
So is Kris going to have a role where he makes drinks?
No.
Or is he
Oh,
just
I
no,
don't
he's
know.
coming as a
We're-
guest. He's
Yeah, I'm a
coming
guest.
as a
I'm
guest.
like a
Yeah.
person that's-
He's just
Or
having
we
fun.
can give him
Yeah.
a job too.
no,
That'd be
no,
fun.
you don't have to.
Yeah.
I
They're
got a
full
job.
time parents. This should just
Yeah,
be like a
it's a
fun
pretty big
getaway
deal,
for them. Yeah.
Hey,
A fun
I
job.
guess what happened.
Oh.
A lot of couples have fun at summer camp.
Yeah, sometimes.
Zach had sex in the woods.
With his wife.
Like we don't have to redress a normal thing that happened.
Can you believe it? Regular,
It's like the least selling
regular
thing.
things happen.
Yeah.
He did it in front of raccoons.
Raccoons
They
are the
wouldn't
best
go away.
observers of sex.
They
Yeah,
did.
they
They
wanted
did
to
watch
watch.
us.
They
yeah.
wanted to watch.
And it's a Christian camp, so in front of the Lord.
Oh, wow.
yeah,
I'll tell you what.
Do you think the Lord's at a Christian camp? He's got a lot of work to do
Wait, is it
elsewhere.
really a
Yeah.
Christian camp? Like,
I
are there
feel like
crosses
if
and stuff?
anywhere
Yeah.
he could just let that
They're
go.
like little statues of Mary. They have
Oh, it's
like,
a Catholic
like
camp.
12 stations of the cross that you can hike through.
I want to poop on one of those.
No, we don't do that.
You don't have to face.
They-
You don't have
that's
to
not
face.
gonna happen.
They had to put like a big pool floaty in front of the giant cross at the stage because it
God.
was definitely.
We're gonna have a sign. We'll
Yeah,
have a
my
sign this
Jewish
year.
wife would love everything you're saying. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I can't
But Brent Terhune removed it. He
wait. Wow.
That was hilarious. He walked up. He goes, "I wonder what's under here." Ha ha! And did like a Scooby Doo reveal of the girl.
they've been lying to us the whole time.
Was it Scooby-Doo under the cross?
It was Jesus, actually.
What if Kris King's job at camp was to dress up as old Pecan Head and
Oh.
scare the kids?
Oh, we do need a pecan head.
Pecan Head. I don't even know what that is.
Pecan Head is the.
I'm not doing any job. But
He's like
Yeah.
the scary story of camp. He's like,
Yeah.
It's like the cryptid of this
Yeah.
camp.
You got to do some Agent Orange first, though.
Do you know about Pecan Head? I'll do it in like 5
everything
seconds.
you're
Yeah,
saying
no.
is Japanese to me.
I'll do it in 5 seconds.
That's
Pecan
got
Head-
it.
Pecan
Wait, is this
Head-
our Legend of Pecan Head or
This
the
is
original?
the Legend Zach.
I can't remember how many times I've asked for. We are
I
recording,
hope
right?
it's
Like,
not.
And 5, 4.
That was
Pecan Head
private.
had a very abusive father. He was born.
Oh, this is your Jason. This is.
Well,
Yeah, that's what we're saying. Yeah,
The
Pecan Head.
cryptid,
Jason
yeah.
was born mentally handicapped. Pecan was turned into a handicap.
Yeah.
Via vice grip.
I love
Yeah,
that
rice
every,
grips.
literally every word we say, Casey Googles. There's nothing about it like
Yeah.
a random word coming up, and like all of a sudden you're looking like someone
Yeah,
said
this
pecan.
isn't
Like,
like-
the history of pecans.
Well,
Antique arts. Pecans.
listen, Pecan Head's father fought in Vietnam. Agent Orange messed up his head, so he got
Oh.
very angry
And it's none of the fact that like
and
you
would
look at
just
pecan right.
crush Pecan Head, not
The boy
Crush this guy's heads.
skull with
Until he
the
and then
became
turn-
Pecan Head.
Yeah.
until it turned
But how
into
does
a pecan.
Pecan Head make more pecan heads?
No.
Well,
I mean, a pecan looks like a vagina anyway. If you take women's studies enough, am I right, Gwen?
are you saying? Wait, time out. Are you saying pecans look like vaginas? Because I don't think women will like that.
I think
Pecanjas?
you didn't read the syllabus of women's studies.
Yeah, I don't think that's a whole course.
That's a whole course. Is the pecan,
Yeah.
and we all know what that means.
Was that the end of the story?
Yeah, it's in the subfruit.
I will go on record and say
So,
he ruined
yeah,
it.
he's the character.
Oh, I'm the asshole in pecan.
He's the
Head.
character that like terrorizes all the kids, and
it doesn't
Dyke,
have
Yeah,
anything
he
to
goes
do with
around
vaginas
making
at
other
all.
pecan
when
heads.
Dyke was a counselor at this camp, they would like tell the kids, "Oh, if you get out of your cabin and sneak out, you know, old Pecan Head's gonna
Rip
come
you to
for
shreds.
So we're trying to bring Pecan Head into our camp.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So somebody's got to dress like pecan head.
You.
And, like, scare people.
Yeah, maybe
that's
jump
what-
into the lake at night, or
Nothing scary.
Flop
bang some
around
canoes
all
or flop
Bunch
around.
of
Yeah, bang
adults.
whatever you want.
Yeah. You know, adults are always afraid of somebody jumping on the water with a Muppet on their face.
Now, do you think? I'm just starting this. Do you think, based on what we said about Zach, do you think that you and your wife would be interested in having marital relations in the woods?
No.
They
no.
probably will.
and letting raccoons film.
My
it.
wife takes showers on the weekends, so she probably doesn't want to have sex in the woods. I don't take showers on the weekend, just so you guys know. Like, there's no reason to shower on a Saturday, but like every like Saturday.
Oh, you're saying you'd be too stinky.
I mean, I'm saying like if the fact that she needs to be clean enough on a Saturday where she's not seeing anyone, like, hey, can you watch the kids? I have to go take a shower. Why? Why? We're not seeing anybody. Like, that's not a woman that can like have sex on an acorn.
But you haven't asked yet. Like
Yeah.
you're just assuming.
I haven't. No, I like, hey, I know you're super clean, but like, what if we just went out and like we'll have sex in the woods and maybe like a raccoon sees us or maybe they don't. Like, is that cool? Like,
I think you wait to see you get the upland beer flowing a little bit. You get the wine flowing a little bit.
If you get enough candy bars, you can get the raccoons in on it.
I think that also too, like, there's no position I can
That's
think
hilarious.
of that's like comfortable for a woman to be like out in the woods. Like, she's leaned up against the
Oh,
bark
you haven't
somewhere.
done it right.
up against
Yeah,
a nice
yeah.
mossy tree.
Yeah, come on.
yeah.
You don't do mystery.
I'm the asshole.
All
Yeah,
of
just
human
like
history?
just make sure put your hands on a place that like definitely an animal has defecated. Like, I don't need to stand on
insane.
anything. Like, I'm in mud and who knows how when I clean myself.
One, you don't do missionary in the woods. That's not.
Oh, yeah, I think that's a given.
I
'Cause-
just,
At
I would,
least
You
doggy.
disagree? Hold on a second. You
no, I
disagree
don't
on this-
disagree. I just think
You have a blanket.
It's prime time for a Harder Brunch summer camp baby.
Well, we almost got one last year. Was that?
Yeah.
At first, did you say at least doggy? Is that what you said?
At least doggy, yeah.
You're dogging your wife out in the
You
woods.
can't missionary in the
Yeah,
woods. That
that's what
doesn't
I'm
make
saying.
sense.
Like, the thing
Yeah.
is, like, let's think about that. Let's think about that from this perspective of the woman. Like, that's so much of their limbs in the mud, and I'm fine. I mean, if I'm wearing shoes, I'm
There's
not in the
a
dirt
lot
at all.
of ways.
There's a
to
lot of
do it
standing
from
positions.
behind.
You're
There's
saying there's a
that.
way to do it where doggy style is
where
beneficial
you're not
to a man
on
in
the hands, not on your hands.
Guys,
That is exactly
All right.
what doggy style is, Gwen. You're
Guys,
wrong.
time
You're
out.
wrong.
This isn't-
we
Listen,
have
I know
two-
you
we
took
have-
women's studies and I didn't, but you're wrong, Gwen. It's
Guys.
not
Yeah,
beneficial.
no,
to-
it's the position called my dog might jump on you. Where it's up, yeah, it's standing on the two legs instead of the four.
Where are the hands?
Yeah.
Zach, where are the hands?
Against the
On the
tree.
moss!
There's
so many
Everything I'm touching on my shoes.
All right.
No.
Guys, we have two.
There has not been enough yelling.
We have 2 months to figure out how you're gonna have sex with your spouses.
There's no position that isn't sexist based on what Zach is saying.
Time out.
And shame on you, Gwen.
I do want to put a period and a nice ribbon on that. Zach will come up with a Harder Brunch outdoors Kama Sutra.
That is beneficial to both the men and the women because there's no way.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Kampa Sutra.
Kampa Sutra.
That would be a great. Again, how to monetize. If you had a Kampa Sutra.
S'mores shoved up your ass.
Pro women Kampa Sutra where you can have doggy style
In a
the
canoe.
mud. Oh, in the canoe. That's
In a
not.
canoe.
That's
Or
beneficial to
all the
both.
activities
Oh
like
my God.
archery.
I would pay no less than $40 for that book.
Reverse
If it were in
Arts and
color,
crafts.
$70.
reverse camp girl.
Yeah.
Scam girl.
Very good. Oh, if it were a coloring book, $80. I would pay $80 for a coloring book of Campus Sutra.
All right, I got some more stuff on this list.
70
We gotta
pages.
get through this.
You can do it right now.
Got 7 minutes.
Next thing I'm very excited about for this year, Meat Cakes 2025.
Oh, we're doing it?
Meat cakes.
And the twist for this year's Meat Cakes is sweet and savory. Sweet. There's going to be 2 different categories of meat cakes. There's going to be a sweet.
Sweet cakes, meat cakes, come and get your beet cakes.
That's it.
I don't know.
The sweet cakes are they're also they have to be meat.
They have to be meat as well. Yeah.
They're going to be like.
But there's going to be a sweet category as opposed to
of
there
dessert
just
cake.
being
Like Ashley Brooks made cupcakes made out of beef blood. You know, and they were delicious.
Blood cakes.
They were delicious. Not that face you're making right now, Chris. They were delicious.
No way they were delicious.
They were good.
But
They're very good.
they'll never win.
cakes for
They'll
some
never
reason.
win the meat cakes. They need their own category.
The blood cakes didn't win the meat cakes.
blood cakes. They need
Shocker.
their.
I mean, they were very delicious.
They're
Very
very
delicious.
good.
The blood.
They were like a chocolate
Ashley-
cake. You wouldn't have known. You wouldn't have known if you would have just thought you were having a chocolate chocolate cake unless they told you.
I'll say this: Ashley Brooks is a secret genius in the.
Truly.
She's not even a
culinary
secret
arts.
genius. She's just a genius.
The thing about
She
Ashley
wears it
Brooks
pretty openly.
Is that
Oh, I didn't know that.
Did you put just real fast? Did you put more Lagavulin in that glass?
It's
more?
mostly cranberry juice, though. If
Damn
that
it,
makes you
Chris!
happier.
This isn't a shame podcast.
If it is a shame podcast, and I think you have a shame section coming up. But if you're gonna fucking do that, put that Glenlivet in there.
Shame.
What are you doing with? Did you put this in there?
Shame. No.
Oh, well, that water's fine. That's okay. Ashley Brooks, my favorite Ashley Brooks quote is we posted about something. I am.
No,
I'm
say it.
recording it.
No.
I'm pro Ashley Brooks here.
Say it,
I'm
say it.
pro Ashley
We're allowed
Brooks
to
here.
say it now.
But I've said multiple times, Ashley Brooks. We did something where it blew up a little bit on Facebook and Facebook, not Facebooks. And Ashley Brooks commented on this podcast. And she said something like, my first comment is ick. Or I listened to 5 minutes and she said, I always said if we put it on an album, that should be on the fucking cover.
Yeah.
She said gross or like...
It was ick. Yeah.
Ick.
Then she calls a bunch of laughing boys.
Yeah, well, yeah.
High school gigglers.
High school gigglers!
It's not like it's stuck or anything.
Everything's positive. Like, if Ashley Brooks has precedent...
Here's the
Ashley
thing:
Brooks-
none of it was wrong. What she said.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. This is zero negativity towards Ashley Brooks, 100%. If you ever make an album, put them on the fucking cover.
But and then in turn, she fell in love with us.
Which is crazy. I remember watching that podcast.
Yeah, we could turn we could art of war all of our detractors.
We
you
turn
know?
all our haters.
Yeah, we just hit him with friendship.
Yeah, we hit him with like...
We hit him with friendship and with hospitality.
The title of that podcast should have been Ick. That episode. Or Ick.
All right, the next
Sorry.
one coming up. This is something I apologize. I said we were going to do this last year, and it fell through the cracks, and that was on me. But I said we were going to have a Patreon subscribers only party last year, and I decided this year that Zach and I are in the process of rebuilding the outdoor pizza oven, so we're going to do a Patreon
Fucked up pizza party.
Yeah.
Patreon fucked up pizza party.
You would do it here? You're gonna do it
Alan
here?
Sternberg called dibs on doing the applesauce
applesauce pie.
pizza. He came right into work. He goes, "I want to do that applesauce pie." I was like, "All right."
All right, I call dibs on sloppy bean pie.
You don't get to do I get my redemption.
No,
I gotta get a.
I'm not doing a redemption. I'm making fun of you.
No, yeah, I don't want that.
Yeah.
Do you have a pizza oven outside?
Yeah, well, it's kind of collapsed, but we're gonna rebuild it, and it's gonna be
And
better than ever.
And you could be in that pool. That ball.
We're gonna rebuild the pizza oven, and Mexico's gonna pay for it. And I will say this: there was a lot of hot tub malarkey last year on the podcast, and I'll tell you this: we got rid of all that blue dye, and the state of the hot tub is strong.
And how about the disposable swimsuits? We're on disposable swimsuits.
We're still working on that.
We don't have swimsuit money.
All right.
That's the state of the podcast.
That's it.
I'll tell you what, we've been trying, and we still do not have swimsuit money.
And then the last thing that I'm very excited to talk about and announce for this year is that Harder Brunch is going to get into the food tour game. And we're gonna start off this year by just going down us and doing kind of like a reconnaissance trip down to New Orleans.
Oh wow!
And we're gonna be setting up things so in the future, if you want to do a food tour, you're gonna be able to come down to New Orleans. You're gonna be able to see us doing live podcasts. You're gonna get special exclusive access into kitchens and chefs. Come see us do live comedy shows
in New Orleans.
Yeah, in New Orleans
Where?
and just all over the place.
What the
Have you ever heard of this place?
No, I don't feel like I should be learning this amazing news in real time because I'm blown away and I'm so excited.
I knew about it.
You knew about
Yeah.
it? I knew nothing. I'm so excited.
That's why
New
you need to
Orleans?
join the newsletter.
Yeah.
The Harder Brunch News has been at a halt right now. We haven't been able to send out our newsletters, but we are going to be sending those. Casey is going to be on top of
Like
that.
what specific location?
Casey's our lead writer.
I've never
If
heard
it
of
doesn't
any of
happen,
these
this is
things.
Casey
Casey's
didn't even
fault.
know.
They're
This is
still
all
working it
news.
out.
It's Casey's fault that
I'm
it hasn't
so
happened
excited.
yet.
It'll be like a tour. It'll be
They're
like different
going on a-
locations.
you're
Going to
Country.
Vegas.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to
To Vegas?
Or no, I'm going
What?
to New
No,
Orleans.
New Orleans is the opposite direction.
I'm going to New Orleans.
Yeah.
I'm just there. And then I'm going there for this thing, or
Yeah,
like I'm
it's
there.
Yeah.
like a group trip.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
how
sign
many-
it. You
Yeah,
sign
so-
up. You pay for it.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
then we have an
They plan all the
itinerary.
activities.
Yeah.
And we
Very
so
excited.
here's the thing: is like
What month do you do this?
we're not
They're
sure
still
yet.
trying to
We're
figure it
still
out.
working
Oh,
out.
sorry, I'm not funny on real time. I'm very excited.
This
I don't know if this is a commercial. I'm literally
This
excited.
fall,
Gwen.
we're going down
Are
to-
you going, Gwen?
No.
Why is that going? Why isn't Gwen going?
Yeah, that's not a very
I'll
good
go if
commercial right
Gwen's
now.
going.
Yeah,
Well,
hey, Gwen,
I think you have to
where
go
are
with
you
Gwen.
going?
I'll tell you what.
I mean, you've heard about
I'm
it. You're on the
going.
news.
I'm
Why
So
in
there
the
we
world
go.
would you say have a trip and like it's no Gwen? Like what a horrible leave-in. I'm not going now.
This is just the announcement of the thing that we're going to
But
do
what
in the
you
future.
what you meant to say is like Gwen's we're
100% Gwen Sunkel is going to be
working
there.
around this.
Absolutely,
Oh, you'll
I
be
will
there.
be
Yep.
there.
Yeah,
Yes,
but not in the summer because that's so hot.
No, definitely not.
That's very hot.
Oh,
I think
wow.
a
So
fall
we've-
time.
We've
trip
narrowed
is a
down to
good
like
idea.
probably October.
Yeah.
I'm very
Yeah,
excited.
October.
So you're doing it in
November.
October.
It's actually November.
November's a good time.
November's a good
December,
time.
you think?
No,
Oh, like for around
we actually
Christmas.
have it in the
November's is
calendar
best.
as November.
Yeah, you can come down with us. It's just an exploratory trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
I would love if
But
you came
it'll
down
be a
with
fun,
us.
it'll be a fun
Whoa,
thing.
is
Of like,
Gwen going? When you're exploring?
You're only going if Gwen's going? I don't believe that.
I am literally only going if Gwen's going.
I
Have you
don't-
been in New Orleans?
Then
That
yes,
doesn't-
I've been.
Oh my god, it's my favorite
Yeah.
place.
It's great. It's
You know what?
absolutely-
I've done New Orleans without Gwen. I don't care for it. That's what I'm saying. I
A
don't care
lot
for
of
it.
people say that.
Yeah,
A lot
yeah,
of people
yeah,
say that.
yeah,
So
yeah.
okay,
I don't like
we'll
it.
work out the details off.
Okay,
air.
okay. I got really excited. I didn't mean to get in the weeds, but I feel like
I
you
don't.
didn't
I
know
don't
the
want
specifics.
to. I don't want. Are y'all doing anything for World Food Championships?
I think I'm going to be a judge. I'm just going to throw that out there.
that's what he thinks.
So there's a couple things that I have thought about. Like one with meat cake this year, I'd like to approach the World Food Championships about offering a golden ticket opportunity through
yeah.
meat cake because I
Love
think that
that.
would be a overlapping sort
Wow,
of thing.
that's awesome.
The other thing that I would like to personally do is try to get Guy Fieri to be involved with meat cakes next year in
my
some
God.
capacity.
Incredible.
That'd be
Guy
amazing.
Fieri.
I think it's a big enough event
Manifest
that
it.
I think we can, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly, but I think that we
I
should.
think he works for peanut butter.
Well, yeah, that's what I heard, and we got plenty of peanut butter.
Wait, he works for peanut butter?
Yeah, no, he
Yeah,
eats
literally,
it by the pound.
he- yeah,
He just
he
like
eats
and,
it
like
by
all
the
the chef
pound.
stuff.
Oh, wait,
whatever,
you
but-
mean he's not sponsored by peanut butter?
No,
he
no,
works
he
for
is-
the food.
Like
Yeah,
literally, like,
literally,
he does all
yeah.
these food things, but like he'll just eat straight.
That is the
peanut butter.
saddest thing I've ever heard in my
It's
entire
not
life.
sad. I mean,
It's
we
not even like
want him
handmade
to
like
we want him
Jif.
to
Like,
work
you give
with
him a
us, and we
pound
will
of
give
Jif.
you as much peanut butter as you want.
You
That
love
doesn't make
Jif.
sense. He can afford a lot of peanut butter, guys.
Yeah, but you
I don't think he knows
Doesn't
that.
know where to get
No,
it.
no, no. He doesn't know.
Was there was there anything that we
We just lost
we
Guy
didn't?
Fieri.
Was there anything that we did not mention that you would like to mention?
That I would like to mention for next year. I'm glad that you gave the mic to me for a second.
That's not for you to own that much real estate. No, I'm sorry. You're right. You're right.
You know what? No, I'm not right. I'm wrong a lot of times. I'm very excited. I think one of the things that we need to work on is our health.
Okay.
It's not funny, Gwen. As a nurse, you should not be laughing at that.
It's kind of funny.
I want to long live,
It's pretty funny.
long live Harder Brunch.
Yeah.
Zach has inspired me to get up in the mornings and run, and I don't like just saying that out
Did you run
there.
today? You ran today?
I did a lot of walking last night.
Yeah. Okay.
But previous weeks I've been running. It doesn't matter. It's not about a pat on the back. It's about getting healthy and feeling better. And I've been trying to work on that.
Yeah.
Being on a gorge podcast where you eat as much
A
as
gorge
you can.
cast.
A gorge cast.
Yeah.
Gorge cast.
And
So-
just to recap the course, but you just ate your ceviche. You didn't eat any other ceviche. You didn't take anybody elsel's.
You didn't scrape every person's
Bro,
plate.
this is my cheat day. Sunday will forever be my cheat day. I'll eat everything. I am the Joy Chestnut of Harder Brunch.
Of ceviche.
Yeah.
It was
Sorry,
tartare.
it was delicious. Oh, yeah, I'm so sorry. It was tartare. It was delicious. It was
But
nice.
Zach, you lost what, 40 pounds?
Yeah, I lost about 40,
Not
50,
today.
50 pounds.
I want,
time.
as a group, we lose 100 pounds.
Okay.
No, I already told you. There's only so much weight amongst all of the hosts, and if they lose it, then someone else has to gain it.
I
and
know
vice
it's to stay
versa.
constant.
I think that's in your head.
No,
Although to be fair, I've lost since I was last on this podcast. I've lost 40 pounds, so that's 80 right there.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So I just got to lose
It's actually if you could use
1 pound, and then he could lose 19.
Yeah, that's probably how you do it. Yeah, that's an even split. Yeah.
It's not even. Those were both odd numbers, my friend. But,
No, I
we
know.
could both lose 10 pounds. I'm not saying you need to. I'm saying I need to lose 20
Seems like-
pounds.
Oh,
This isn't a shame podcast.
I don't know what it is anymore.
I just want to be healthy.
How much time do you get?
weird
on that
way
mic?
to end the show. Can you drop a beat for me?
Is that the end?
It is now.
Yeah.
It is now. I can't wait for something funny to happen.
You know, the thing is, like, he kept on saying, like, we're talking about that later. Like, when are we talking about it?
Right
When's
now.
later? Right
Right
now, it's
now.
over.
Gwen Sunkel. Where can people find you and follow you on social media?
You can find me at gwensunkel.com or at Gwenderwoman on all social media.
Kris King. You don't want to be found.
I don't want to be found. No, I'm doing. I'm actually doing HR for drag. Shit, it's a play. They did
Shit.
No, it's very good. They do. They did
seen
Little
drag
Shop of
shit.
Horrors.
Any drag theater.
Any drag theater. I'm doing HR for any drag theater. They're amazing. They're the nicest people.
outstanding.
They're
Very
the
cool.
nicest people. They
time
know
out. Can we
you.
stop
Yeah.
the music?
Yeah.
You're doing HR for drags?
Indie drag theater. They're amazing. They're the nicest people in the world.
So
What's
cool.
her name? Who was actually on the RuPaul's Drag Race?
Yes.
I met her.
Blair
She's
St. Clair.
yes, the nicest human being.
Truly.
So and beautiful.
Yeah. Truly
Makeup or no
outstanding.
makeup, the most beautiful human being I've ever seen physically and probably internally. But yeah, indie drag
See,
theater.
as an HR person, you shouldn't say anything about how they look.
I'm going to. They're gorgeous.
I didn't realize drag shows needed HR people.
Well, then,
Well,
They
well,
have a whole theater company.
It's actually
yeah.
pretty impressive, and what they're doing is insane. And
Yeah.
so, indie drag theater, I think it's like the unsung hero.
when is that? When is that coming up?
Well, they're at the District Theater is where they perform. We're down on Mass Ave, and it's like every 6 to 8 weeks
They
do
changed
a
the
new
show,
production.
and they have a
Yeah.
new show coming up. Little Shop of Horrors is the old one. The new one coming up is actually pretty big, and I forget. where it is.
Yeah, I forget what they
Shoot.
just finished Hairspray.
Yes,
Hairspray,
which was huge.
Yeah,
Which was huge.
yeah, they had a great big cast.
Yeah,
So.
but the stuff they're doing is amazing, and I'm very lucky to.
Aren't they doing Carrie?
Oh
Yeah.
yes!
They're
Oh
doing
man, thank you, Gwen. Yeah, they're
the
doing
musical.
Carrie. Yeah,
Yeah. So.
yeah.
I want to do drag Grease, but black Grease drag.
Well,
It's a weird
yeah,
way
pitch
to
it.
word.
And, yeah.
The series
Anyway.
of words are bizarre.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Thaddaeus J.
Hey guys, you can find me at Thad Mckee. And listen, I'm sorry that you guys got kind of bummed out about health, but it's really important, and you probably should focus on your health too.
Zach Rome.
Yeah. Thanks for joining our State of the Wait on Harder Brunch. Follow our Patreon if you haven't yet. It's patreon.com/Harder Brunch. It's $3 a month for extra episodes every single week.
I'd also like to say I want to get at least 3 celebrities next year by the time
In what kind of way?
on the podcast.
Oh, okay.
Casey Campbell.
You can find me binge eating on OnlyFans, gaining weight so that they all have to keep losing more.
Yes,
You can also find me on Instagram at Danger Brewer.
So pissed.
I'm at Dyke Michaels across all social media. Thank you guys if you stayed here to the end. I appreciate you.
That's good.
We love you, Brunch Nation.
It's only Gwen.
We'll see you. We'll be back next week with a real episode.
Oh, check us out on After Brunch.
Check it. Yeah, these guys
It's only getting better.
these guys are gonna stick around and drink more
Yeah,
scotch,
yeah.
and we're gonna do an after brunch.
And you're
so
going to hear the
fast.
truth.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll get to all those things you kept alluding to.
We'll talk to you later. Bye bye.